See if you can refresh that and see if we can get it to switch over to the picture. Good. I'm going to call that an audio check. All right, mute it. Did you mute it?
Yes.
Morning, everybody. The usual suspects. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. There it went. We did. We had a heck of a fun time last night with really most of the day with family, cousins and siblings and mothers and fathers and
it was bananas.
Good morning, Neil Morgan. Thank you for jumping on here. We have Hugh. Yes, I dug out my old, gosh, what is that? Warhammer Quest, isn't it? That old crazy Warhammer Quest miniature. I think that miniature is probably older than a lot of people I know. Marty Devine is on here. Eric is on here. Smart Ass Podcast. D.W. Low. Talamicus is on here. Good morning, folks. So I always wanted to do a follow-up. We have, I guess, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to go. Maybe 3. I don't know. So I don't want to get too chatty right now because there's things that I actually want to talk about once we officially go live here in a few minutos.
Minutes?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
All right. Tell me something fun and exciting you got for Christmas. Did anybody get anything that they're particularly excited about?
Did you?
Yes.
What did you
Oh,
get?
I don't think I have dice out here yet.
You goober.
Are we going to use dice? We don't really need dice today.
I don't
know that we'll need the dice today.
Ooh. Peck Tech said he got a 3D printer.
Oh, Sean Peck. Very cool. Tell me what kind you got. What kind of 3D printer did you get? Is it for making figures or for making terrain? Need some D6s.
And a dice cup.
Dice cup. Yeah, I have another barbarian. Well, I have a lot of barbarians, but I found this one to be kind of amusing, so I wanted to use it. I got another barbarian fairly recently that I wanted to paint up, but I tell you what, I find it just ridiculously hard to get any painting done right now. I think we go live.
I think you have a couple seconds, but
We have a couple seconds.
a little bit.
All right. Dunsmith Fish Market, very cool. The old Elegoo, huh? Very cool. The Mars 2. Yeah. That's the one Jerry and I have been looking at as well. So I think that seems to be the most popular at the moment. Something dinged, so I guess we're going to call that good.
That was a text message, not an alarm, but it's all right. It's go. It's go time.
I should check my text.
I don't think you need to. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessie. Yeah. This is like the day after Christmas.
Boxing Day.
What's that? What? You just made that up.
I know I didn't make that up. It's a real thing.
Why is it Boxing Day?
I think it's a UK term.
It's a UK term? Oh, okay. Fish market is great. Very good. I'm glad.
Oh.
Why did you do that?
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, everybody, while I'm thinking about it, please take a moment and click that like and subscribe button for us. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you hit that notify button. So this is one of my fun scenarios that I like to do once in a while. It's Tomb of Dagon, and I think we've actually played this several times for you guys, or at least maybe twice. At least twice, I know that we've played this scenario, but it's always fun and it's always a treat to play. I really enjoy it because it has a good replay value. Like a lot of the Pulp Alley scenarios, you can play these things, multiple times and still get a lot of joy out of them. This one we're going to do solo. So we are using the solo deck. And I wanted to remind you guys that for our little videos that we do for our examples of play and things like that, we only use the basic solo deck. And it works perfectly fine by itself. I encourage you, if you're going to start playing solo or if you're going to learn the rules, to just start with the solo deck. You don't have to start with the extra booster packs. There are 2 extra packs that basically double the size of your solo deck. Thereabouts. No, not quite, but you get a lot of extra cards in there. There's solo booster 1 and solo booster 2, which will add another 30 cards to your deck if you want to mix those in. But you don't have to. You can certainly just start off with the basic solo deck. So that's what we do when we do these examples for you guys. When I'm playing for fun, that's when I mix the extra cards in. But I want to make sure you guys know you don't have to do that. The other thing that I wanted to talk with you a little bit about is the character selection that I did. So the character packs that we have on our store are chock full of wonderful characters that can easily switch between multiple genres. You just look for the character that you want and you pick that out and you go with it. And that's exactly the same way that I did when we started this this little story years ago. I don't know how long ago it was.
At least 1 year.
Probably at least a year ago. And there's another solo game out there. It's actually cut into 2 parts, and it's called Stygian Princess. And it's basically a rescue attempt where our brave Cimmerian leads a group of soldiers, of guards, in to try and rescue the princess, who has been kidnapped by a group of cannibals and have carried her off into the jungle. And then they have to rush in and try and save her. Now, at the end of that scenario, the princess is pushed into the sacrificial pit. And our brave Cimmerian yells out, "Crom!" and leaps down into the sacrificial pit as well. So that's basically where we're starting from. I didn't really finish talking about the characters, though. I got a little sidetracked there. Well, let me backtrack there a little bit. These are good basic characters that you're going to use frequently. Even if you like to make your own characters, even if that's all you want to do is make up your own characters, you might as well get the followers and allies pack, because I guarantee you, there are characters in there that you're going to use. Right? Whenever you make up an ally, chances are you're definitely going to have one in there that has a marksman skill or a fierce, and so these are good basic characters that you can use in multiple genres. So let's take a quick look at them. So these are all character cards that I pulled out of these packs. I just went through there and I went, okay, there's my Cimmerian. I went through the leader pack and pulled out the Cimmerian. I went through the sidekicks pack and I picked out a couple of sidekicks. So let's take a look at them. Give me a 2. Okay. So here's a little bit closer look of them. Here is the Cimmerian, and this is the same card that I used back when I played this scenario originally in the jungle. He's got animal, he's got quick strike, and he's got muscles of steel. So he has no shoot skill, but he's a heck of a brawler. Now, the princess is also going to be represented as a sidekick, and I'll get a little bit more into the story here. So she has a couple dice in shoot. She's actually the only one of the characters that can shoot at all. But she's also got a good finesse, a good cunning. She's got quick dodge. She's a heck of a dodger. She has a couple dice in brawl, a couple dice in shoot. So again, these are just characters that I went through and picked out from the character packs. Now, this is a Cimmerian guard here. This was actually her guard that was captured along with her. And I'll tell a little bit more about the story. He's got 4 die 8 in brawl and 4 die 8 in dodge and 3 die 8 in might. He's got quick strike and he's an animal. And then this guy here is very much what I remember my Stygian guards being. So we'll take a look at those a little bit more as the scenario goes on. So this is the Tomb of Dagon scenario, conveniently out of the new China Station book. It is scenario number 9 out of this, and that's what we're playing. So if you'd like to play along, you know where the scenario is. What else do I need to cover, sweetheart? I think that's basically it. So the idea is that the princess was thrown into the pit. The Cimmerian jumps in after her. There were also 2 other people down in the pit still alive. The princess's personal guard and a Stygian guard are also down in the pit. They had been captured earlier as the group was in the jungle and had already been thrown into the pit. And I did it that way basically so that I would have a complete league of, so if you count up the points for the league, this is a complete 10-slot league. So it's not just the Cimmerian on his own. I threw in a few extra characters in there and then explained it away by means of story time. So the characters start in the entry area over here. And I'm not going to go through, all of the stuff about the scenario. I bet a bunch of you have this book. So I think you know this scenario. Switch me to 2. So the way this scenario works and the way the solo rules work is that for the first 3 characters that I activate, I'm going to have to draw a solo card. Sweetheart, will you shuffle those cards real quickly?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys jumped on here with us today. We're going to have some fun here. Pulp Alley was always intended to be used for this sort of fantasy. You have to remember that Conan was a pulp character. That's not a stretch. That's not we're not changing our rules to fit a particular setting, because Pulp Alley was always designed to cover the types of genres, the types of adventures that were covered in the pulp stories. And that's where Conan comes from. Robert E. Howard was a pulp author. That's what he wrote, was pulp stories. And that's where his stories were published, is in pulp magazines. This is pulp. So, we don't have to rebox our game over and over again to every time we want to do a different setting. That's kind of silly and it gets expensive for players. What we are playing today is Pulp Alley, exactly the way it is designed and exactly the way it is intended to be played. There's nothing extra added on top of this to change the setting to a sword and sandals sort of setting and have our brawny Cimmerian going through a dungeon. All right, here we
He's
go.
pretty chesty.
He is chesty.
He's very
Good
chesty.
golly, Miss Molly. He's got them pectorals out to yar. All right. Enough of your peck jokes.
When do we do the scenario cards?
We do the scenario card the first time the first player character enters a objective room. Yeah.
Okay.
But first, I have to take. You shuffled my solo cards. Okay. I'm going to start off by activating our brave Cimmerian, and he's going to have to draw a solo card. So let's see what it is. Read it.
Okay. Effect. Roll the challenge below. Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Sure.
Okay. If you pass, the character gains a +1 bonus when rolling for any peril.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, attach until the end of the scenario. If you fail, you cannot move during this activation.
All right, what's my challenge?
Is roll 2 successes with cunning or might.
2 successes with cunning or might. Well, I'm going to throw my might on there. So as soon as I activate my Cimmerian, he can tell down in this dungeon, he's gathered together with the princess. Stick with me, princess. I'll get you out of here. And he found the princess's personal guard and the Stygian guard, and he's gathered them close to him, and he says, "We're getting out of here." So his senses are heightened, and there's danger afoot, and he's ready for action.
Ooh.
So 3 die 10 for my Cimmerian's might, and I need 2 of these. I need 2. I need 2 of these. Bam. And he got it. So that card now attaches to my Cimmerian, and as long as this card is attached, I'm going to gain a +1 bonus for perils. I like that. That's good news right there. Now, I continue my activation, and I'm going to go ahead and move the Cimmerian into the room. And as soon as he moves into the room, we flip over a yellow card, and the yellow card says,
Living statue.
Living statue.
Roll 2 successes with finesse.
I have to try and roll 2 successes with finesse. And what I imagine this to be is that there's a statue in here that may come to life.
Ooh.
If you let's put something in there.
If you fail?
Yeah, if you fail, then we'll put this little goblin-y boy in there. We'll put the little goblin-y boy in here. Like that. Okay. Does that look like that camera's crooked? Yeah, looks really crooked.
Not if you turn your head that way.
Not if you turn your head to the side.
Uh-huh.
Why is this crooked? It's still crooked.
Is it the actual camera, not the base?
It could easily be the camera, not the base.
That feels better.
Okay. All right. So what he has to try and do here, boys and girls, is sneak past the statue. The challenge is removed. If you fail, to save. So he's going to try and sneak past it. Finesse. He's got finesse. Come on. He's got 3 die 10 in finesse, and I need 2 successes. Let's see if we can do it. And it's a success.
Yay.
And that means that the plot point is removed. The activation, the challenge is removed. Let's see. I wanted to move up to the plot point before I do that. But so the challenge is removed. And I'll take a blue card. You just take a random one there.
Plus
And
one
we'll
finesse.
attach it. So he's got an extra +1 on his finesse. I'm going to go roll through this pretty fast, guys, because I'm going to. This is, it's going to be easy for me. Remember that the dungeon is, or this weird ancient temple area is partially flooded with water. So at different points, it could be like waist deep. At some points, it's only knee deep. But in general, what that means is that it is a difficult area. And you can move 6 inches without any problem. But if you try to move over 6 inches during your activation, then you must encounter a peril. All right. So I think that's just what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move my personal attendant up to the next gate. But he's not going to go through. I'm going to move the princess up to the next doorway, but she is not going to go through. And then I'll move the Stygian guard, and we're going to call that the end of the activation turn. So that was turn 1. So we're going to start turn. Oh, doggone it! I forgot to draw cards. So I should have drawn cards for the first 3 characters. Try to help me remember that. Do we want to go back and do it? Yeah, let's go back and do it. So when my Stygian retainer activated, I should have drawn a card.
This character may run an extra +3 inches.
Okay. Attach. So I'm going to attach it to this character. And the card says when you attach it on there. So this will attach until it is used. So I'm going to attach it to my personal attendant there. And then the third character was the princess that activated.
Okay. This character encounters a peril immediately.
Okay.
Use the challenge below for this peril. Roll 1 success with finesse or cunning.
All right. So she has 3 die 8 in finesse. So here is her roll. 3 die 8 in finesse. So she activates over there and she feels something. She activates. She starts to move and she feels something down in the water start to wrap around her leg.
That's not
3
good.
die 8 is what she needs. She needs 2 of these, and she got it.
Yay.
Easy peasy. Oh, she only needed 1 anyway. Okay. All right. Look at that. Look how easy this is. This is how it. Gosh, I tell you what, this is easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as the cool kids say. That ends that turn. We're starting turn number 2. I think this is a 6-turn scenario, so I do have to get to the end and resolve the final challenge all in within 6 turns. Let's see, wrap up 9 turns. Yeah, 9 turns because of the extra how slow it is moving through here. So at the start of turn 2, I think I'm going to go ahead and activate the barbarian again, my Cimmerian again. He's got 6 inches to that next place. So when he activates, I take a solo card.
This character cannot perform any actions and cannot run. Attach until end of turn.
Boo!
Oh, it was so easy.
Boo! So he cannot run and he cannot perform any actions. That doesn't mean I can't move into the room, boys and girls. So when I activate, I'm going to go ahead and move. And as soon as I enter the room, he's leading the way. He's got his big broadsword in his hand, and he enters into the room. And when he does, Bessie, we draw a yellow card.
Dun, dun, dun. Action, secret door. Roll 2 successes with cunning.
Okay. But it is an action. It is an action. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my move, my 6-inch move, which will basically get me about up to the yellow button here. Thing is here, though, boys and girls, is that to get out of this room, someone has to perform an action to find the secret door. So there's a secret door in here. So right now he's come in here and he's looking around and he can't see a way out of this room. So he did not make it out. So I'm going to activate the princess next. So here's her solo card.
This character ignores all perils, including perilous areas and bursts.
There we go. There we go. And that's an attach until the end of the turn. So that's not going to last very long, but it'll last for a little bit. So I think
Can
I'm
she
gonna-
do 2 with cunning? Can she do 2 with cunning?
I think she can. She's cunning. So she's going to go ahead and move forward. She's going to get in contact with the button, and she will attempt to perform the action to find the secret door, and to activate it and to open it. Can I move my camera up a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
If I put it down here, is that gonna be okay?
Yeah, that works.
Can you guys see it okay there? All right. So now the princess has come in here, and she's going to try to find the secret door, or to activate the door. So to do this, I need to roll 2 successes with cunning, and she only has 3 die 8. Let's see if I roll it here, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets it.
Yay.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So she finds the door, and that means that the challenge is removed. I'll take a blue card. The challenge is removed, and her activation ends. So her activation has ended
She's got
there.
a +1 to her might.
She's got a +1 to her might now. So she's feeling beefy and strong. The next character I'm going to activate is going to be her personal attendant. So here is his solo card.
Okay, roll the challenge below.
Okay.
2 with finesse or cunning.
2 with, I don't think he's got anything in those. He's not the finessey and cunning type. All right, he only has 2 die 6 in those. He sees something. He sees some strange carving on the wall here next to the door, and he stops for a moment to look to see if he can figure out what it means. And he mutters out, "Princess, come look." Something like that. I got to roll 2 successes. Did you just roll your eyes at me?
Not him.
Okay. All right, he failed. So
Aww.
I failed the challenge. So what happens when it fails?
You take, this character cannot run during this activation, but he takes 2 hits. It failed. So he has to roll.
What? Well,
he's not a D8, is he?
Yeah, he's a D8. He's a
failed
sidekick
that?
level.
What a loser.
Yeah. Okay. And he failed his health check, and he is injured. So he goes poking around at these strange markings on the wall, and all of a sudden a needle pops out, and what was that?
That's why we look with our eyes and not our fingers.
Oh, see, she's
so
smart.
you cannot run during this activation.
Okay. But since I failed, let's see. I failed. This character cannot run during this activation. Roll for the challenge below. Okay. So,
So this
okay.
move.
So he'll just move 6 inches up here to the princess. So now this fellow is not going to draw a solo card. He's a ally level character, and he's just going to move up to the next door like so. And that's where we find our group of intrepid adventurers. I still say this is just so easy. Look at me. I'm buzzing through this like at warp speed, boys and girls. Warp speed.
And that's how accidents happen.
That's how accidents happen. Hey, everybody. We see Jim Stute on here. We see Gareth on here. Hey, Gareth. Thank you so much for being on here. See Vern Jeske stubbed his toe. Stubbed his toe, he says. Cards of Doom. All right. So at the end of that turn, my poor little fella gets a recovery check. D6. Let's roll it here. And failed. So he remains injured. I think it may have been poisoned. You can't just shake something like that off so easy. He's been poisoned. Poison. Okay. Turn 3, and I'm activating the Cimmerian. Give me a solo card.
Solo card is the closest enemy to this character encounters a peril.
There is none, so we're done with that
Okay.
part. All right. So there are no enemies on the table at this time, so nothing happened there. My Cimmerian will enter the next area. Draw me a yellow card.
Okay. Peril. Spike trap. Roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning.
Okay, so
and you get to use your bonus, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So he comes into this next area and he sees there is a spike trap.
Ooh.
Can he disarm it? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So this card, what he's attempting to do here is to disarm the trap temporarily. This spike trap cannot be completely defeated. So if he passes this challenge, you turn the card over and it ceases to have any effect until it flips back over at the end of the turn. So everybody that can get through in one turn will be okay. Otherwise, they'll have to roll for it too. All right. 2 successes with finesse or cunning. 2 successes with finesse or cunning. Though he's got 3 die 10 in finesse, so I'm going to go with that.
Is that what's his bonus?
Oh. Let's see. With my bonus, I'm going to get a 4th dice. So I only need 2 successes. I can get that easy. Easy peasy. Got a 10 and a 6 and a 7 and a 17. Okay. So he passes that and he continues his move. That's not going to get him out of the room, though. The trap is temporarily disabled. And then he's going to continue his move. He's not going to get out of the room. And that means he's going to end up having to roll for that challenge again because the trap is going to become active again. So now this fellow here. So now the area is not perilous. I'm going to activate this fellow. So he's not going to have any problems as he moves up here. And he's going to get just a little bit ahead. Oh, he needs to draw a solo card.
It is. Oh, move along. Effect, none.
Okay. All right. So there's simply an effect that doesn't actually do anything. And it's included in there so that, sometimes nothing happens. So he moves up there. And then the princess, she's not going to, solo card.
This character gains a +1 bonus to brawl, shoot, or dodge. Make it count.
So that gives her an attached card, and she can use this card to gain a bonus. So I'm going to attach that to the princess, the Stygian Princess. She's ready for action. She is ready to throw down here. Let's see. So she continues her activation. Maybe I should run with her. Maybe I should. No, I'm just getting sloppy. And that's how accidents happen. So she's just going to move her normal move. Then I'm going to have him move his normal move. And so this is now the 4th character to activate. So he will not get a solo card. And that ends that turn.
Mm-hmm.
That ends that turn. So pull a bullet.
You want to do the recovery check?
Yep. Do a recovery check here. 4. So the poison has finally worn off. He's no longer injured.
Yay.
He knows he has to do his job and protect the princess. So he wants to stay in there and protect the princess. That ends that turn. This is so easy.
I'm going to stack the deck and make it really hard.
See what she's trying to pull here? You see what she pecs like melons.
They really are.
Like I prefer to think of them as large loaves of bread.
I think that's worse. Depending
We are starting turn number
orientation.
4. Shook off my injury, and once again, I'm going to activate the trap is now active. Once again, I'm going to activate the barbarian.
Uh-oh. Held in place.
What?
This character cannot move.
What?
But bam. Pew, pew. So, you know. It's so easy.
Who comes up with this stuff?
It's so easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right?
But you know what happened there is the Cimmerian felt the spikes starting to come back up. So he's holding them down. He's holding them apart to save everyone else. Quick, you can escape. I'll hold the spikes. So he will have to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning. And I have 4 die, 10 in finesse at this time. So I need 2 of these. Easy peasy. Don't even look at those ones I rolled. So that means the trap once again is disarmed and is no longer active. But my Cimmerian has been held in place and cannot move this turn.
A side note, do those cards over there come back to me, or are they until we use
them? Oh, yeah. This one is until end of turn, so it's gone. Okay. And this one was until end of turn, so that one's gone too. Thank you, sweetheart. All right.
Who's next?
I gotta know. Who should we send into the next room, do you think? I think the princess. Why should I send this one of the weeks? No, we're gonna send the princess. Princess, she's brave and bold, and she's gonna go into the next room. So when she activates, she gets a solo card.
No character can run, rush, attack, or roll any shoot or brawl dice. This affects all characters for the remainder of this turn.
Okay. All right, no biggie. So she'll continue her activation. She's going to enter the next room. Blip. And when she does, she will get a solo card. I'm sorry, a yellow card.
Yellow card. Fight, Sentinel. Ooh. You encounter an elite denizen. Place 1 level 3 denizen in contact with this character and resolve the fight.
Ooh, that just went bad.
I thought this was easy.
That just went really bad.
You can't fight though, can you?
Oh, correct. Because of the calm. I remember the calm does affect all characters, and that includes non-player characters because they are characters. It's in the name. So so no characters. So now I actually get to reveal my monster.
Ooh.
So I was thinking long and hard about what kind of monster I wanted to use for this scenario. And you know, one thing about your Hyborian Age of Conan, one thing about Robert E. Howard's novels, you almost have to think of them more as like a low fantasy, because it's not like elves and dwarves and tons of magic and tons of weird monsters. In many ways, when you go back and you look at his original stories, you know, it was a lot of relatively normal stuff. And not to say that he didn't have some weird stuff in there, because he definitely did. But a lot of times it was just a big ape or something like that. So for this, let's put ourselves out there, coming up out of the water. How about them apples?
That's frightening.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be a horrible, gribbly monster. Not to say that this thing isn't horrible.
It could be.
This is a big crocagator who wants to eat some princess.
Oh.
How's that? So this huge crocagator comes up out of the water here. Is crocagator a word? Is that? Did I just make that up? Is that a thing?
We'll go with it. I'll give it to you.
It's a thing.
It's not a thing, but I'm going to let you have it.
Okay. All right. So as soon as she enters the room, this thing comes up out of the water. Rah! These are ambush predators, and it attacks. I am going to go ahead and continue to use the same old stats for the NPCs. So although I've reskinned it and made it into a monster of some sort, I'm going to just go ahead and use the stats that come with this scenario. So it is rolling 4 die 8. It is rolling.
Wait, are they fighting? They're not
Yes.
fighting, right?
Yeah, it says to fight.
But
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so she's correcting me and not letting me fight because of the calm. So no character run, rush, or attack, but that doesn't mean that the princess could not go ahead and dodge away from the monster. A fight does start there, but they're not allowed to attack. So at that moment, just as the thing starts to come up out of the water, she senses it and leaps back. So she is able to get that 1-inch disengage move as she moves back away from the thing. And that's for the remainder of this turn. So even on its turn, it won't be able to rush. So we'll say that the next character I'm going to activate, the third character I'm going to activate is going to be her personal attendant.
okay. And his card is roll the challenge below 2 with might or finesse.
2 with might. Oh, he's got good might. He's got 3 die 8 in might. Okay. So 3 die 8. Oh, he failed it.
Oh, no.
What's it do?
This character cannot move during this activation.
Uh-oh. All right. He is held in place also. The spikes start to give way, and the personal attendant starts to hold the spikes open with our Cimmerian, but he is held in place and not able to move. So the fourth character to activate this turn is the Stygian Guard, and he will get out of the room, and he's just going to move like next to the princess, 6 inches over this way. And then, gosh, he can't attack. He can't fight. Everything is just a moment of shock and panic in the dungeon here in the darkness. And that's going to end it right there. That's going to end the turn.
Yeah.
The monster could activate, but it is not allowed to rush because of the calm. So in the darkness, it just thrashes around in the darkness. And it's not able to really close with either one of these characters. So it'll stay where it's at, just blocking the way. It blocks the way. They cannot proceed.
Ooh.
All right. That means my spike traps are active again. And
roll any recovery checks?
I don't think I have any recovery checks.
Okay.
This is easy. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got this.
You're pulling a bullet?
Why did you pull a bullet?
Because it's the end of the turn.
Dang it. I'm running out of time. I am running out of time. All this dawdling is costing us. At the start of this turn, I'm going to activate. I got to activate the Cimmerian. Going to activate the Cimmerian. Bam!
Okay. Watch your back. Character encounters a peril immediately.
Okay.
Roll 1 success with might or finesse.
All right, I'll use my finesse this time.
Okay.
Oh, this stupid freaking cough. All right, I only need 1. Got it.
Got
easy. Okay. The next thing I'm going to have to do is deal with the spike trap. So now I need 2 successes. And got that. Ooh, boy.
A little close.
Oh. I'm going to have to get something to drink. So the Cimmerian will enter the room and engage the sentinel. Nope. and engage the sentinel.
Ooh.
He comes sloshing through the water.
Oh, savior. Me and my large melons.
My loaves. Me and my loaves of bread.
Your loaves got us into this mess. They got wet.
All right. So the Cimmerian approaches, is rushing at the monster. The Cimmerian is rolling. What is he rolling? 4 die 10. 4 die 10.
Okay.
And the Booga Booga is rolling 4 die 8.
Oh.
So not much of an advantage here. Let's see how this goes. 4 die 10 from the Cimmerian. All successes, boys and girls. The dice of doom. Yes. Let's see. Now I'm going to roll no successes for the gator. Watch this. No successes here. Ba-bam. Okay, 2 successes. What do you think, boys and girls? This is one of those situations that makes Pulp Alley so much different than other games. This is where you decide. There's so many games where you just simply roll the dice and then the dice tell you what happens. In Pulp Alley, the players are actually part of the story. They're part of the storytelling that's going on. So you get to decide something here. How is Conan fighting at this moment? How is our brave Cimmerian fighting? Is he absolutely throwing caution to the wind? And is he going to just go for as much damage as he can? Or is he being a little cautious here, to do a little bit of blocking? What do you think?
Well, we got to make some tracks.
I know. We got to take this thing out.
Yeah.
We're running low on time.
We dawdled in the spikes a little long.
I'm going to block 1. I'm going to go ahead and use 1 dice to knock out one of the monster's dice.
To give the monster? No? Take them all?
Let's just do it all.
Oh, big man.
He's coming in there and he's throwing caution to the wind. He's fired up and he wants to do some damage. So we don't want to take a chance on not taking the monster out. The monster's going to have to roll a 4 dice health check. So the savage sword comes flying at the beast and it rolls 2 failures and it is removed from play. I'm sorry. It is injured, not removed from play. It is injured right there. Let's see. Then, and our Cimmerian has to roll a 2 dice health check. Cimmerian is uninjured with an 8 and a 9. Very nice. Very nice. So he survives that. Now I gotta finish this thing off. Doggone it. I guess I'm gonna activate. I really should have activated the princess first. Doggone it. That was a bad move on my part. Not thinking through that very good. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the personal attendant. See if he can finish off the. Yep, he gets a solo card.
Okay, this character may run. Okay.
Right. So he's built for speed. He might look a little thick around the waist, but he's built for speed. Now he has to deal with this trap, though. Finesse.
Wait, didn't? Oh no.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He disabled it. The Cimmerian, when the Cimmerian activated, he disabled the trap, so it's no longer active. So now the personal attendant can move in and try to attack the beast. Personal attendant is rolling 4 die 8 to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. The monster would normally roll 4 die 8 as well, but it is now injured and it has been in a fight. So it's down to 3 dice, 6. And here we go. So here is for our personal attendant. He gets 3 successes, 5, 6, 7. And here is for the Crocagator. Is that something out of Scooby-Doo? 6 and a 6. Okay. So how do we play that again? I'm going to throw caution to the wind again. I don't have to. I really don't have to. I have other characters here that can help out. There's no real reason. Oh, gosh. If we screw this up and not get rid of this monster this turn, though.
I would take it.
You say take it all?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
But these are my guys, so I can be a little frivolous.
So the Gator's going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. Here is its 3 dice health check. And it is down. And in this scenario, when an NPC goes down, it is immediately removed from play.
Yay.
So it is gone. And my attendant has to roll a 2 dice health check. Come on, attendant. And he fails. He is injured again. All right. Well, we're moving on, though. We are moving on. So the next thing we're going to activate is the princess.
Okay. And her card is... Oh, I don't think this matters. Surprise twist. This side's activation ends immediately.
No. So a surprise twist would normally stop your side's activation and make the other side activate, and then you'd come back to your side. Since there is not another side, then you just have to continue. Princess will move her 6 inches and get up close to that next door, and then the guard will not have to take a solo card, and he'll go ahead and do a regular 6-inch move, and that will end the turn except for a recovery check, and the attendant stays injured. He remains injured. Okay.
All right, starting turn number 6.
Did you already remove a bullet? Yep. Okay. So our starting turn 6 here. Boy, we're running low on time. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, she's just barely within range there. Are there any monsters in there? Should I put any monsters in there? Let me double check real quick, boys and girls. Make sure I didn't miss something. Set up. Area, challenge markers. No monsters. Okay. All right. So, I guess I'm going to just go ahead and win it this turn. I'll just go ahead and win it. I'll show you. You just go ahead and win it right now.
All right, bet.
Just double check the final challenge area. Instead of drawing a random challenge card for the entering this area, a character may attempt this plot point as an action when they're in contact with the marker. Okay, see final challenge card for details. The area within 3 inches of the challenge marker is perilous. In addition, all characters within 1 inch suffer a -1 to brawl, shoot, and dodge when they're within 3 inches of the marker. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm within 6 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and activate her, and she's going to...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, she'll take a solo card.
Was that hers?
That was hers.
Okay.
No, this is a new turn. She was the last to activate on that turn. Okay. Or second to the last, and then we started a new turn. So now she's the first character to activate this turn.
Make it count. This character gains a +1 to brawl, shoot, or dodge.
Okay. So she's got that. She's got 2 of those now. So I may end up using those. So the princess activates, and she's going to move her 6 inches. As soon as she comes within 3 inches of this button, or 1.5 inches, I don't remember how big the area was, but as soon as she comes close to this button, she The forces of the temple gods start to assail her, and it's almost as if she is beginning to drown.
Oh no.
She'll have to take a random peril.
Okay, it's 2 with might or finesse.
2 with might or finesse.
And she has a +1 to her might.
She has a +1 to her might, which gets it to 3 die 6, but her finesse is 3 die 8.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go with the 3 die 8. Oh gosh, and I need 2 of these. I need 2, boys and girls. Let's make it happen. And she passes the peril. She passes the peril. She is now moving into contact with the temple idol. And now she's got to try to pull the stone from its hands. So she'll take another peril. She'll take another peril. 1 with cunning. She has 3 die 8 in cunning. This is so easy, boys and girls. I'm going to go through this so fast it's going to make your head spin. Why am I missing the dice? Oh, they're sitting in my cup. That's why. 3 die 8, and I only need 1 for the peril. Oh my gosh, that was too close. 2 2s almost spelled a disaster. My 8 gets me past the peril, and it is completed. Oh wait, there's a challenge here. Oh crap! You must pass a random challenge before rolling for the peril. So the final challenge card actually gives you the challenge, but the peril is still random, just like we did it there. The puzzle.
Ooh.
Roll 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Okay, I can do that. No problem. I'm just going to roll 3 die 8 and
roll
get
right
3
through it.
successes. Watch this. Watch how easy this is. Watch this. 3 die 8. My make it counts I can't use those.
I don't think so.
Brawl, shoot, or dodge. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I only. Oh. Oh.
When you fail it? Is that what you noticed?
Oh. This could get bad. I'm going to go ahead and just pass it. I'm going to go ahead and roll 3 successes now, because if I fail,
we get a level 3 denizen.
It's going to be bad. So I'm not going to fail. I'll just go ahead and pass it right here. Boom. Boys and girls, I don't know if I've asked you or not, but please make sure you have hit that like button for us. This is an example of solo play, and I think it's important that players make decisions. If I had more NPCs in this, then, some of their moves and some of the things that the non-player characters do are intended to be controlled by, the rules for NPCs. But players still need to make a lot of decisions, because there are so many different situations in a Pulp Alley game that you need to have that flexibility to make a decision. And I have some players that say, well, I'd rather have a chart to roll on to know what the NPC does. And I think when you include those in your games, your NPCs frequently do the stupidest crap. Oh, well, the NPC is just going to stand there. Oh, it moves towards the nearest cover, when it shouldn't be doing that, In Pulp Alley, the player is expected to be able to look at the situation and say, you know what? The best thing for that NPC is to go fight somebody. And you got to think in those sort of terms. The NPCs are really there to cause as much damage, to cause as many problems and things like that. They shouldn't be, just being stupid, which is what happens when you.
But sometimes they do it in this too. Like, we have to roll for which direction they go, and they go.
Yes. Yeah.
So
sometimes, if they're not within range to charge, if they don't know where you're at, then they're going to wander around sometimes like that. But in general, and I think that comes from my belief that part of playing these games is having a clue, some kind of inkling of an idea what your opponent is going to do, right? Like how could you possibly be a war gamer and sit down and play and really have no idea what the other side is going to do? Like I've had players say that, that, well, how am I supposed to know what the opponent is going to do? You should probably go find a different game because honestly, that's part of wargaming as skirmish games and things like that is having some sort of being able to predict what the opponent is going to do. It's all about it. Next on Pulp Alley, Apophis versus Catan. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. All right, we're going to see how this roll is because I'm going to roll 3 successes right here because that's what I need to roll, and that's going to end the scenario. Count them up with me.
Get that denizen ready.
What? There's not going to be any denizen. 3 successes. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that is a 1, 2, but that is not 3.
Boo! So,
where's my crocagator?
Oh, crocagator, schmockinator. I got 2 successes on it, though.
Oh, can you do long action on these?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, that's not it. What's this over here? Oh my gosh. This is so bad. This is so bad, boys and girls. Oh, what was I thinking? Who came up with
I can do it in 3.
Who came up with this stuff? So let's see here. If you fail to resolve the puzzle, all player characters take 1 hit. All player characters. So there's like a wave of energy that flies outward from the statue, hitting all player characters. So here is a 1 dice health check for my little Stygian guard. He is down. Here is a 1 dice health check for my brave Cimmerian. He is okay. Here's a 1 dice health check for my personal attendant. He should have rolled a d6 because he's injured. I'm going to re-roll that, and he's got the exact same number. Okay. So they all rolled their health checks. I guess she has to roll a health check too. Here is her health check. She passed it as well. All right, so the next thing that happens is splashing up out of the water. Coming up out of the water right in front of her is the beast. And do we resolve the fight? Yep, we resolve the fight immediately.
She better dodge.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. She has those two pluses, though.
Oh, yeah.
She has those 2 make it counts.
Plus
Hey, here's a question that comes up every once in a while. In that situation right there, could the princess use defensive fire, or any character when an NPC appears in contact with you? Could you use defensive fire? And the answer is no, because the monster basically surprises you. It is basically coming out of nowhere, out of the shadows, in this case, up out of the water. And there was not that over 3 inches away move because it did not move at all. So if that question comes up, now you do not get to roll defensive fire on this sort of an encounter or this sort of fight. So if she tried to brawl, I could burn both of my cards and get all the way up to 4 die 6 versus its 4 die 8. Or I could dodge with 4 die 8. Gosh, what do you think?
Well, doesn't the make it counts work for dodge too?
Yeah. Do you think I should?
Well, I'm just giving that
dodge?
option. If she...
I
don't know.
I'd like to take this thing down, but
I know.
I don't think I'm going to get anybody else on it this turn. Maybe I could.
Because he's gonna come at her again, right?
Yeah, on its turn.
On its turn.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What do you think, boys and girls? What should the princess do here? Try to dodge? Okay. I'm going to try to dodge. Doggone it. Damn it. So close. Okay. The monster is rolling. The princess is going to roll. I'm going to use one of mine, make it counts, and get up to 5d8 for her dodge. It is rolling 4 die 8. There's no reason to, I'm gonna play it that way. Here is the monster's roll. Oh, this is so bad. Oh dear gosh. An 8, a 7, and a 4. Come on, princess. Come on, princess. You could do it. Show them what you're made of, but not the inside parts.
Oh.
2 5s. Oh my gosh. All right, so she's only able to stop the 4. Do you see that, boys and girls? Although she rolled 2 successes, her 5s are not big enough to stop that 7 or an 8. So she's going to end up only being able to knock out the 4. And that means she will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Doggone it. And that means she's tied up right there. And she fails it. And the princess is injured. Oh my gosh, the claws sink into the princess.
Oh
Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is so bad. Holy cow. Who writes this? This is too hard. Okay.
no.
So
What happened to the lemons?
what?
Easy
I
peasy
don't know
lemons.
what you're
What happened
talking
to
about.
that?
I don't know. You need to stay focused on the game, little missy. Okay, here we go.
Stygian? Or, I mean, the
The
barbarian?
attendant, the barbarian. Got it. All right, we're activating the barbarian. He
Okay.
gets a solo card.
Watch your back. This character encounters a peril immediately. A challenge below. One success with might or finesse.
One with might or finesse, and I've got finesse now. I've got finesse just absolutely dripping from my wazoo.
You really need to talk to your
I
doctor.
have a wazoo that is finesse dripping. So I have 4 die 10, and I only need one of these. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Get rid of that card. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out of here. All right, boys and girls, what do you think? I got to send the Cimmerian in, and that means I'm going to have to try and do a run move here. And because it is a difficult area, as I start to run, I will have to roll for a random peril.
Dun, dun, dun. 2 with might, finesse, or cunning.
4 die 10 again. Wait. What's this watchful eye right here? What's this watchful eye?
You get an extra...
Oh, this character gains a +1 bonus when rolling for any peril. Any peril, boys and girls. That's going to be 5d10. I should have been using that all along. 5d10. Bam, and I only need how many? Doesn't matter. I rolled like 13 successes there. So.
Well, that's impossible unless you...
So, I got it. So, Cimmerian comes rushing in and is going to engage the Hoobastank. Okay, Hoobastank, you're going down. Here we go.
Okay.
Barbarian is rolling 4 die 10 against the monster. The monster is going to reply with 3 die 8. Man,
Did we take a 1 off for running?
That only applies to shooting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here is his attack. 4 die 10. Oh gosh.
Oh, that's
misses.
only 2.
Only 2 successes.
For the kids playing at home.
Oh my gosh. Come on. No. And the monster gets 2, and I have to say take them all. There's no way I could not say take them all here. So I hate to. So the monster will have to roll a 2 dice health check. My barbarian will have to roll a 2 dice health check. He will pass it, no problem. Oh, mother.
Oh no. That's a failure. That's a boo-boo.
That's a boo-boo. All right. That's what you get for sticking your pecs up there. Those lovely loaves.
Engorged.
Loaves. And the monster is injured as well.
Yay.
You know what? I got this. They're not.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong here?
All right, you got
All
the
right.
attendant.
I have the attendant.
And
He's going to activate, so give me the card.
okay, this character ignores all perils, including perilous areas and bursts. All three.
Yes! Oh, that is so cool. Okay. Attach until end of turn. So I needed that. I drew an all clear card, so I'm not going to have to roll for the peril for running through the difficult area. I should have rolled for a peril on the, doggone it. I should have rolled for a peril for one because the area within 3 inches of that plot point. Oh, well. Anyway, he will actually ignore both of those. So he comes running in with his axe to save the princess. So here he comes. All of them are bleeding. Blood is in the water. And he's coming up with his axe. He is rolling 4 die 6 because he is injured. He's rolling 4 die 6. The monster is rolling 2 die 6 because it is now injured and it has
Been in 2 fights.
been in.
Right?
The monster has moxie. According to the card for this monster in this, he has moxie. Doggone it. Okay. So the monster was not going to lose the dice. Or any dice for that. He is shifted down because of the injury. So he's rolling 4 die 6. So I got 4 die 6 versus 4 die 6. And here is for the attendant. 2 successes. Oh, it's only a 4 and a 5. Here is for the Crocagator. Crocagator!
Oh! That's 2 6s and 2 5s. That's 4 successes.
Okay.
How you gonna play that one, Sparky?
Let's take them all. Yeah, let's take them all. So my attendant will have to roll a 4 dice health check, and the Crocagator will roll a 2 dice health check. So here is for the attendant. Down. Okay. So he goes down, and here is for the Crocagator. And Crocagator goes down, and that means it is removed from play, and it goes away. I need to make some recovery checks now, boys and girls. Here is for the princess. She recovers. Yes. Here is for our brave Cimmerian. Yes. Here is for the personal attendant. Oh, boo. He is gone. Blub, 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 blub. Here is for my Stygian guard, and he's back on his feet. Up here. Okay. Whoo, boy. All right. Pull a bullet. As we start this turn, so I have 3 turns left. Plenty of time. More than enough time. I think I'm just going to go ahead and win like right now. Let's go ahead and get it done. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and win it. Yeah. The princess activates. Here is her card.
No problem. No shot. Can't roll shoot dice.
Okay. Until the end of the turn. Okay. Now,
I guess we should keep that out.
Yeah, just remember this is an attached card, and even things like that can be used to power abilities that require you to discard. Remember, that's how you handle those sorts of things when you're playing solo.
Good enough.
So if you have a card or if you have an ability that says you must discard to use this ability, that's when you can remove a card from any one of your characters to power that card. And it doesn't really matter whether it's useful or not. You just have to get rid of one of the cards that's attached to your characters. But I don't have any discard abilities. We'll just go ahead and get it out of the way. So the next thing that happens here is that she is drowning from the bizarre fog that is now filling the area around the statue.
And her
peril?
peril is 2 with might or finesse.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing to me here? Why you keep? Yeah, I told you to only give me easy cards.
You told me to shuffle.
Oh my god.
The good ones were all there. You
God.
told me to shuffle.
Oh my god. Okay, so she's got a good finesse. She's got finesse 3 die 8, and I only need 2 of these. All right, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. You only need 2. Easy
Yay!
peasy. The next thing she's going to attempt the plot point. Plot points are always perilous, so give me another card.
Dun, dun, dun. 2 with might, finesse, or cunning.
Oh my gosh. Give me some wands, why don't you? Give me some wands, lady. Come on now, lady. Here's your I need 2 of these. This is for the peril. Oh god.
Oh, no.
So she fails the peril and she will take 2 hits. Here is the 2 hits. And she is injured.
Oh no. But no crocodile because she wasn't doing the actual plot point, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
right, so
Where's
it's-
the final challenge card? I better double check. It's out there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she was at that point. She was still dealing with the perils. You have to pass a random peril before attempting the challenge. So she had not made it to the puzzle action. So it did not summon a giant crocodile. And then it's the Cimmerian. So I'm going to activate him. Yeah. Cimmerian activates. What I get?
Move along. Nothing.
Yay! Nothing at all is a good thing sometimes. So he will have to deal with the choking fog. Let's see the peril.
1 with cunning or might.
1 with cunning or might. He'll roll 3 die 10 normally for his might. But
Watchful
he's got watchful eye in there. How awesome was that? So I got 4 die 10 and I only need 2. Oh my god.
You only needed 1. You got 2. So
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I got past that. Now I need a peril for attempting the plot point.
2 with cunning or might.
Okay. 2 with cunning or might. So again, I'm going to have 4 die 10. 4 die 10. Oh my gosh. And I got past that. And now I'm going to attempt the final challenge, boys and girls. This is the final challenge. And I need to roll 1 more success. 1 more success with might, finesse, or cunning. I'll be using my finesse. That's going to get me up to 5 dice, and I only need 1 success here. It's impossible to fail that roll. I came really close,
really close.
with 3 ones. The fog dissipates.
Yay!
And the princess is, could say she shakes off her injury, and they're able to escape out the back of the scary temple thing.
Yay!
That was it.
Very good.
Now, what this doesn't show you is didn't really show you how to do solo against another league. And there are a lot of scenarios where you really do want to put another league out there. This scenario here is almost designed just for solo play, so you don't put another league out there. We didn't draw as many monsters as we could have. We really could have had a lot more monsters as we went through this. So, no, we just didn't draw them. And that was it. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a nice, fun after Christmas romp through the dungeon. I like these figures. I'd like to get some new ones painted up, though. I'd like to get some different ones done up for a sword and sorcery sort of campaign. And someone recently was asking about a sword and sorcery campaign and saying that would be fun. And I'd really, if you guys ever get the itch to do more of a low fantasy sort of setting, like the Hyborian Age with Robert E. Howard's stories and stuff like that, you really need to look at the Lemuria campaign, because the Lemuria campaign is intended to represent a savage world.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lost world campaign. You arrive in Lemuria with very little of your modern conveniences. Guns and things like that are not allowed. So you end up basically characters could only shoot once per turn. And that puts a big limitation on shooting and tilts all the action much more to close up hand to hand fighting.
Yeah.
So there is a campaign out there if you like that sword and sorcery sort of stuff, that it really does fit really nice with like a John Carter of Mars sort of feel and that sort of stuff. Lots of fun. Thank you so much for joining. If you have questions about this scenario, the solo game, went through it pretty quick.
Yeah,
that
not
was
bad.
fun though. That was fun. Or just solo play in general, let us know. And while you're at it, be sure to hit that like and be sure to be a subscriber, because we're gonna start up something new pretty soon. I don't really have a plan for what to do next, so I'd like to see your comments as far as our Sunday games are concerned. I have a feeling that we'll probably go back to the old format for at least a little while. I know Phil. I don't know if Phil's on here. Is Phil on here today?
I don't think I saw it.
Okay. So I know Phil had been talking about trying to get involved in the Sunday games. And if you would like to, you need to let us know. So hit us up on Facebook. Leave a comment, not in the chat, but leave a comment on this video when we're done with it. Let us know if you'd like to play a live game with us on a Sunday. I think we'll go back to just doing some random games, some one-off games for at least a while until I figure out what we'll do next. And I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Cue the credits and wake up the orchestra. Dun 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 dun.